maybe you should try to fix yourself and fix your life before you try to throw your punani at somebody, okay? Maybe you should do that.
And for the record, I ain't even plead the fifth.
Let me tell you something. Y'all can't tell me nothing because I called it. I knew it. I knew it. Okay, when it came down to that season finale of Sistas, I knew it. I knew who, tried to take Gary out. I knew it. Now the added bonus is the other person. I didn't know nothing about that. I didn't know. I didn't know nothing about that. But you know what? They were dropping little hints for us, doing callbacks to past people, to past situations. I should have known that. Oh boy, he had something to do with it too. I should have known that. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Like I said, so Sabrina's down there. She's talking to Calvin, and she runs everything that's been happening in her life down to Calvin. How she wants to be a mom, and how she was getting her eggs fertilized, and what's going on with her and Rich, what's going on with her and Damani, and the trip, and the sperm of it all. Right? So Calvin was like, but all it tells me is that you need to finally choose yourself. Stop worrying about everybody else. Stop worrying about what everybody else wants, what everybody else needs, what everybody else needs to do, and finally do something for yourself. Worry about yourself. Take care of yourself. Because you got to do what? Yeah, you have to do that, Sabrina. And she was like, you know what? You kind of sound right? So he was like, it's really good talking to you and everything. And he gives her a hug. Okay? And they're hugging, and it's like a goodbye hug. We miss Calvin. We really did. And in comes Rich, and it's just like, why are you walking up in here like you pay bills? You don't pay a motherfucking bill up in here. You just gonna walk in without knocking. Did you give him key? Did you? Okay, moving on. So Calvin introduces himself. He come there with us. Thank look on his face. Calvin introduces himself. He says goodbye to Sabrina. He leaves. Then Rich is like, you introduced me as your friend? And he's like, well, that's what I thought we were since you weren't returning my calls or my texts or anything. No message in the bottle, no smoke signal, no nothing. Okay, he was like, well, I don't want to be your friend. I want to be your man. And, he's doing all that BS. She ends up packing up his stuff and,
I gotta put me first. I gotta put me first. I gotta put me first.
If you want him, you want him. If you don't, you don't. But you have to figure that out for yourself. She ends up packing up his stuff and she takes it to him. But we'll revisit that. We will revisit that. So we get on to the Danny of it all. Because I told y'all, Sabrina and Danny were talking. And Danny's in the house and she's like, my man about to, come up in here and I got to go meet him at the door with no drawers on and everything. And she, meets him at the door, but he's looking all like, and it's just like, what is wrong with you? And he's dragging it out. And she's like, what's wrong? What's going on? And he was like, basically, the airline is upset about the settlement. I explained everything to them about Leonard and they understood, but they need a fall guy. They need a patsy. And I'm the fall guy. I'm the patsy. So I was like, he got fired? Nah, baby. He can transfer to Alaska. The air is real clear up there. People breathe better. You're going to be fine. It's 6 months of, darkness, but you'll be fine. My grandpa live up there, right? And it's just like, so what are we going to do? Like, what are you gonna do when it comes to your job? What are we gonna do when it comes to this whole relationship thing? What are we going to do? Because he's going to get, like, he could either fight the transfer, he could quit and try to go to another job, but he doesn't want to quit and go to another job because he worked so hard to get the job that he has now with the airline. So the question is, what are they gonna do? And are they engaged? Because we never saw if they were engaged or not. Now down to the office. And come and see Fatima, and she basically, in a roundabout way, tells Fatima she's going to the airport to get her man. This is after a conversation that Fatima had with ANDI, and she's like, you are a partner now, you got a huge target on your back, you need to be careful, you need to watch out for yourself, you need to be aware of all your surroundings. And, ANDI was like, cool. And she ends up going to her, Fatima's office and basically telling her, hey, I'm going to the airport. I'm fighting for my man. I'm fighting for my happiness. I'm fighting for my love. Because Fatima had to tell her, you do deserve love. You do deserve to be loved and have someone love you like you want them and need them to love you. Stop listening to these outside people and go for what you want. And what she wants is Robin. So, meantime, in between time, Robin didn't help stupid ass, punk ass, whack ass, fake ass, trick ass Penelope get her brother out of jail. And he's just like, oh my god, I'm so happy. I'm not going to be a flight risk. I'm going to go anywhere. Shut up. And she decides to lay a big ass, wet, nasty ass kiss on Robin's lips. And Robin ain't moving along. No, he's dead fishing the situation. And Robin is like, I can't do that. Why? Because of Andy? No, I just can't do it. Not in love with you. Don't like you. Get your lips off of him. She's so whack. She's so pathetic. It's upsetting me, my homegirls. So, Penelope, maybe you should try to fix yourself and fix your life before you try to throw your punani at somebody, okay? Maybe you should do that. Maybe you should do that. You stay talking about Andy. Well, let's talk about you, bitch. Let's talk about you. Huh? Yeah, that's what I thought. So, like I said, Andy was going to the airport to go ahead and get her man, okay? She was running down the airport. Go traveling down a lonely highway. Ask the Lord to please forgive me. It feels like I walked right out of heaven. Feels like I didn't threw my life away. Don't know what to do. Okay, that's what she was trying to do. But she walking through the parking garage and she gets in her car, and I was like, somebody in that car. Somebody's in the car. Next thing you know, somebody, hand, gloves, black, everything, covers her mouth, chloroform. She's flailing. She's out. I was like, God damn it. Somebody done got Andy. Damn it! Meantime, in between time, Fatima is still at the office, and she ends up calling Karen. Karen's leaving the hair salon, and she tells her, "Hey, I got Aaron and I got Pam's signature on this paperwork. Do you want this money from Miss Marie?" She's like, "Yeah." She was like, "Okay, so you need to sign the paperwork." Karen's like, "Well, I could come to the office," and she was like, "No, I'm about to leave. You can stop by the house. Is that okay?" "Yes, that's okay." So when Fatima gets to the house, her and Zach are talking, and Zach was like, "I don't think Jordan tried to take out Gary." And Fatima was like, I don't think so either. It's just not sitting right with me. And they kind of figure out we've been worried about everybody who's in the circle now and who's around and who we've seen around. What about the people who haven't been around? And Fatima gets to typing on her phone and pulls up the whatever she pulls up, and she shows Zach, and he was like, yes. So Karen comes in and she's like, oh my God. Because they were about to head out and go get Andy. Because also Fatima has Andy's location, and the location on Andy's phone says she's still at the office, but she knows she was leaving to go to the airport to stop, Robin. So what's going on? So Karen comes over. She was like, "Okay, Zach, you go go do the thing, and then I'm gonna meet you there, right?" Karen signed the paperwork. They, get to talking, and eventually Karen's water breaks. So finally, we're going to have these babies. After she signed the paperwork, they talked just a little bit. Her water breaks, and then she's about to have these babies. Hallelujah, thank you, Jesus, won't he do it? Because I was tired of her being pregnant, and it's just like a pregnant woman with another pregnant woman birth her babies. All that is, baby. They write books about this. They write TV shows and stuff like this. Oh hell, we are on a TV show. Before we can even get into the mess of it all, Robin is walking through the airport, and he calls Andy, and he was like, basically spilling his guts out to her, just professing his love to her, because he thought she would come stop him from getting on the plane, and he's just telling her how much he loves her, how much he's gonna miss her, all these things, and then out of nowhere, whoo, total darkness. A blackout happens at the airport. Then we move on, because before we could get to the messy assness of this episode, we got to get through all the fluff, right? So Rich, Jordan, and Penelope down to that juice bar celebrating, and they're taking shots, and Jordan is getting drunk as a skunk drunk off his mother ass, acting whole ass. So I believe Penelope walked him out and either put him in a ride chair or put her in her car, and then proceeded to help Rich try and clean up and everything. And they get to talking and reminiscing about old times when they were kids and how he's not the big head, shiny head, bald head that she knew as a kid, and she's not the skinny little girl with the pigtails that he knew and everything. And they get all close, and they inch all closer together, and they end up kissing. I was like, hold on, wait a minute. So I think this is over. I think this is done. No, baby, this ain't over. This ain't done. They proceed to in a very public place at the juice bar. And I said to put a pin in Sabrina packing up all his stuff and coming to bring it to him because Sabrina walks in and drops that shit as Penelope is riding like a rodeo, hog tied it like a rodeo. Okay, save a horse, ride a cowboy. That's what she was doing. It didn't even look good. It looked dry. And she's just sitting there after he pulls up his pants and runs out to, follow Sabrina. Sabrina, no! She's like, you trifling. Ooh, you so trifling. You are still in love with Gary, which is why you have so much animosity for Andy. Because if you really cared about, what Gary did to you, or if you were really upset about your baby and everything that happened, you will want Gary gone, 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 gone. But no, you are still in love with him. That is why you have so much animosity towards Andy. Then you kissed Robin at the police station. He turned you away because it was never gonna work out. It was never gonna happen. You should have packed them dreams up a long time ago. Okay? Then you throw the panini at Rich and he catches it and he says, okay, we're gonna do it right here in a very public place. Y'all have no clue. Y'all have no morals. Who raised you? So that's where we leave them. And now I don't know if the blackout had hit the juice bar yet. So then we get to the BS of it all. So Gary's at his desk, working or whatever, and in comes Hudson. Hudson got a pew pew, a little rat a tat 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 tat. Okay, he come in and basically tell him, listen, I don't care that you fired me. I already got what I needed out of you. Okay, you were never in charge. You were never in charge of girls. You were never really in charge of anything. You thought you were, but you weren't. And I'm going to make sure I take everything from you like you took everything from me. And I'm going to take your life, including that. So we get into the backstory. I did not see this coming. Honestly, you know what? This makes kind of sense. Why Hudson was so loyal Hudson was loyal to him for so long. It was to really gain that man's trust. So we find out that Kimberly Potter, who, was Gary's high school girlfriend that, he had a disappearing act with, made her disappear, abracadabra. Oh, where's Kimberly? We don't know. She gone. Was the only person who ever treated Hudson with a smidgen of respect or gave a smidgen of kindness to in high school. And he basically was in love with Kimberly, and Gary took, Kimberly away from him. And also Gary bullied him in high school. So this has been a revenge plot on his end to get back at Gary for a very long time. But I'm not going to settle just for taking your life and taking all your money. That is not my job. The job is for the Grim Reaper. Who is it? Bitch is Jasmine. And I was like, see, I knew it. I knew she couldn't stay gone for long. Because it was like, who the hell would stab him? Who had the motive to do it? And I said a long time ago, I was like, it's either between Jasmine, the ex wife, or Aaron, the preacher man, John, or whatever his name is. At some point, that's going to come into play, right? We're wrapping up loose ends. So she walks in, and she walked in like a no limit soldier, looking good, body looked nice, hair, flowing, and it ain't no shake and go. It ain't compacted on top of her head. It's a nice wig. And she basically let it be known that her and Hudson have been messing around. Gary's a fucking roach and just won't die. Mind you, Hudson said the same thing. He was like, you didn't die when I was lacing your coke with fentanyl. What the hell was that? You didn't die when somebody, took a knife and, played tic-tac-toe with you. What is that? You didn't die when Jasmine blew air bubbles in your IV. What is that? So they're running down every little thing they have ever done to him to take him out. And, Jasmine said, I got this rat-tat-tat right here. And trust, ain't no rubber, pew-pews up in here. No, not this time. This is real. But before we get you, we're going to really get you. And in they come with Andy. Jasmine is the one who kidnapped Andy, and Jasmine is like, oh, Andrea, you ruined my life with Gary. You ruined my life with Gary. You took everything from me. You ruined my life. You ruined my children's life. And now I'm going to take everything from you. And Gary's like, no, don't hurt her. She's like, shut up. You over here fighting for her life. Please don't do that. And what's going to happen is we're going to take the both of you out, and then me and my man are going to go to some tropical island with the money that you stole from all of your clients. We're gonna have a good old time. The whole time she's not paying attention to the sign. She's not noticing Hudson is like rolling his eyes and he don't really give a good goddamn about her. So she's still talking. And Hudson was like, girl, do you ever shut up? What? Rat-a-tat-tat. Jasmine's gone. Okay, boom, got Jasmine. As quick as Jasmine came back, that was as quick as Jasmine was gone. Oh my God. No! So this entire time that this is going on, Zach then pulled up to the law firm. He's in the parking garage. He's banging on the door trying to get in. He can't get in. The doors are locked. And then as he's going back to his car, he sees Andy's phone on the ground. He's like, okay. Now he's thinking, where's the next logical place to go? So he he's going over to, old boy's office. Old boy is in Gary. So as that's happening, this is where Hudson is like, listen, ain't no reason to fight for your life, beg for your life, do nothing, because I'm gonna take both of you out. And he pulls the okay, the rat-a-tat-tat, the pew-pew on Andy. He got it on Andy. And as soon as he's about to let that thing sing, in comes Zach, and he's like, oh, look, another person here, which allows Gary to bum rush Hudson. And then Zach is over there, they get to tussling, and then boom, the blackout hits. So nobody knows what's going on. And we see about 2 to 3 pops go off, and it's just like, okay, we knew Gary was fighting Hudson at one point, and then Zach got over there fighting Hudson at another point. Gary got pushed down at some point, and because the only 2 people you can see in the dark tussling when the muzzle flash is happening is Zach and Hudson. What about Andy? What's going on? This is messy, and we got to wait till July? Oh no! You know, I understand we have a real writers' room this time, and I could wait. I could wait. I could wait. But y'all ended the team with the possibility of Fatima getting pew-pewed, rat-a-tat-tatted up at her own house. And now y'all done ended Sisters with the possibility of Zach, Gary, Hudson, and Andy ended up a rat-a-tat-tat pew-pewed in the office? In the office? Oh no. And they care about Teddy's babies in the middle of a blackout? Oh no, y'all gotta make something shake. Y'all gotta figure something out. Okay, y'all gotta figure something out. Because I can't do this. Okay, it's too much stress on me. It's too much stress on my body. Figure it out and figure it out quickly. With that being said, that was the finale for Sisters, and we will be back in July for the premiere. We will. I don't even know if I want to do I might do a live watch along for that. Okay, we might do a live watch along just for that one episode and then go back to pre-record. That's what we might do. But with that being said, that was it. That was all. I don't have no more to give y'all. I love everybody. Y'all my people. Like the videos, comment in the comment section. Hit those links in the description box down below and make a friend. Tell a friend, make a friend in the chat, and then also tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell an enemy to tell your mother, your brother, your sister, your cousin, your aunties, or whoever else is out there in the world that you fool with like that to come see about your favorite cousin ranting with Ricardo. And with that being said, I will finally let y'all go. Bye.